treat. Dylan Gunther with a shootout attempt. Jurenko in between the pipes for St. Louis. This is Gunther, who earned the new contract just the other day. He shoots, and the 5-hole was closed off by Jurenko. Gunther trying to sneak it underneath the wickets.
Yeah, I think Dylan Gunther will be one of those guys who is a shooter of the puck in the shootout just because it's so lethal. Tries to go 5-hole, but Jurenko was able to close it.
Here's Dalibor Dvorsky, 6'1", 203, out of Slovakia. Out to the right, now down the middle, shoots, and he rang it off the iron. He tried to go blocker side on Jackson Stauber, and it looked like it just hit the inside of the metal and bounced out.
One of the most common moves for left-handed players. Little forehand, backhand, forehand shovel, right off the piping.
Up next, Kyler Yamamoto, one of the players on a PTO trying to earn his spot. Yamamoto drags and scores! Kyler Yamamoto scores in the shootout, going low glove on Jurenko.
Well, this move for Kyler Yamamoto, he's just trying to outweight the goaltender and pull him off the post, which is exactly what he does. We talked about the patience for Cooley. Some nice patience there for Yamamoto, waiting for Jurenko to get off the post, and he buries it short side.
Matthias Lafreniere takes the puck out wide to the left. He's a right-handed shot, a couple of dekes, and a glove save from Stauber. Now, Stauber won a game in a shootout in this building in the AHL against the Iowa Wild. This is their home building. Stauber won a game 4-3 in a shootout, and that really kick-started his season. It was one of the best games that he has played as a professional, talking with his coach, Anders Sorensen, after that game. So he's familiar with this building. This is Michael Carcone. 2 goals tonight, this time denied by the pads of Jurenko.
Well, a similar attempt to what Kyler Yamamoto tried, where you're coming in on one side, patiently, slowly working your way to the middle to try and pull the goaltender out of position. Jurenko stayed square, and he makes the stop.
So up next, it's Simon Robertson, who had a goal earlier in this game. Robertson makes his way in and scores! Simon Robertson, with some slick mitts, was able to go glove side on Stauber.
Yeah, real nice shot there.
So now we get Logan Cooley once again. Cooley had the penalty shot conversion earlier in the third to give Utah the game-winning goal. He starts out to the right this time, delays and scores! Logan Cooley with a quick knifing movement towards the crease was able to go low glove that time on Jurenko.
Yeah, some real nice edge work, too, as he went 10-2 with the skates. Backhand, forehand, just above the pad of Jurenko as he tucks that one in the back of the net.
It was low blocker. Excuse me. This is Dickinson taking his turn for St. Louis. Tanner Dickinson on the backhand, dekes and scores. Dickinson able to maneuver around Stauber in a pretty move.
Yeah, pretty, but for Stauber, it looked like he caught an edge and fell, which is why he was so out of position when the puck entered the back of the net.
Jack McBain takes a turn. He goes way out to the left, now down the middle, and Jurenko comes up with a pad save.
Seems like a lot of the players are trying a similar move where they start their path towards the boards and then work their way back to the middle and looking to either go short side or far side to just yank the goaltender off one of the posts. And that time for Jack McBain, shot it right in the pad.
Aleksanteri Kaskamaki takes the puck across the blue line as he begins his motion towards the net. Tried to lift that one high, and Stauber got a piece of that with the glove, just enough.
And that was just kind of the change-up shot where he didn't put a lot of force behind it. Kind of lift that right leg, sit back on the left, and just send a soft puck towards the top right, but Stauber made the save.
Julian Lutz has some pace here. Now he slows a bit, out wide to the right. The German makes his way in, dangles, and there's a blocker save from Jurenko.
Similar attempt to what Logan Cooley did, where you get some speed, stop up, and when you change your speed and you stop, you're trying to push the goalie back into the net. And when the goalie's back in the net further, there's a lot more net to shoot at.
Juraj Pekarczyk up next. He goes right at Stauber. Pekarczyk on the forehand, shut down on the blocker side. Good save from Stauber. We have not been told how long this shootout is going to go. I think it's safe to assume at this point everybody's going to get a turn.
Us too?
I think that's what they said. My skates are in my bag.
You can use my stick.
I'm
don't
taking
worry.
a slap shot from the blue line. This is Cole Baudouin. Lefty shot, makes his way in and trying to deke back towards the right on his backhand, but Zherenko came out to challenge him.
And if he was able to pull that puck to the backhand just a half step quicker, he would have had Zherenko beat. Zherenko would have been swimming in the corner, but it was that last second poke check that did not allow Cole Baudouin to be able to pull that puck to his backhand.
Tomasz Mercic, 18-year-old from Surrey, BC, fifth-round pick of the Blues. Up next, a lefty on the backhand glove save from Stauber. He snatched that out of midair.
Yeah, good positioning there, and Stauber forced not to make the first move, and as a goaltender, you don't want to make the first move. Stayed in position.
So it's Noel Nord. Nord cruising in on the forehand, scores! Noel Nord backs one here in the extra shootout.
Well, that's one of the prettier ones we've seen. Great fake shot.
Made that look easy.
Backhand, forehand, and all Zherenko could do was his best effort of the splits. And Nord with a beautiful move in tight just at the top of the crease.
Here comes Philip Broberg. Defenseman picked up on an offer sheet by the Blues. Broberg in the slot, denied by Stauber. Thought that might have gone right off the pads, and that appears to wrap up our shootout. 5-3, the final score in regulation. Nick, we've talked about tonight a lot. Let's talk a little bit about tomorrow when this Utah team will be at Delta Center taking on the Kings. Preseason action number 2, and we're likely to see some different faces as well.
Well, that's the exciting thing is you're probably